acquainted with the bears up here?
Howdy, partner.
Yeah.
How do you say?
Hello again.
I just wanted to come up and see what you were talking about. You got a nice place.
That's nice of you. Yeah, it's in the works. There's a lot more to be made, but it's going to be a beautiful place when we're finished.
Yeah, looks like it.
Thank you, thank you.
Looks good.
We've got just about one person of every profession except for chef and gunsmith. And I'm in need of a gun still.
Let's see. Not too far from town. There's a man named Dalton.
And his brother Roland, the bounty hunters, yes. Us bounty hunters
Yes,
are already...
yeah, he's a gunsmith.
Yeah, us bounty hunters are already acquainted.
Well, this is a nice place to get away, you know?
That's right.
Yeah.
So when I get frustrated with town, maybe I'll just grab Aubrey and come up here and run around. Just hang out and hide.
Sounds like a plan.
Absolutely, you guys are welcome anytime. As soon as we get the saloon built.
Yeah. I think folks will start pouring in and things will start happening in the next 2 or 3 days.
Now, if I'm not mistaken,
That's
you're one of the marshals, is it? Or is it a different title there?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, if there's any area that the long arm of the law can't reach, don't forget to send me a letter or a telegram.
Ah, you're first on my list. I mean, we talked here in town. I've kept you in mind. Mm-hmm.
Very good. Very good. I was telling Aubrey about some of my chilling stories of some other counties and some of the things that I had to do to keep the county safe. So this will not be my first rodeo.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think all law enforcement understand the importance of what a bounty hunter can bring. Sometimes law enforcement's hands are tied where yours is not going to be, as long as you don't go too far. And you actually have more freedom than I do at times. Get things done.
Well, that's what the frontier's all about, isn't it?
Yes, sir. You know, Lieutenant, you got some militant background, right?
That's right.
You a soldier? All right.
I was a youngin' at the time, but yeah, here I am.
Well, I'm really anxious to play around with something. I'm going to need several rounds and rifles for this, but I actually want 6 men. Don't have to be men, it can be women, but 6 bodies. 3 on one side, and then kind of an L shape is what I'm working with here. But I've shot a rifle enough times to know seconds in between rounds, loading rounds. And I actually want to set up a sequence shooting at a building with 3-man team, maybe just me and 2 more to my right, and then over here would be another 3 this way, going towards the building. Does that make sense?
Right.
Like a rifle range.
Well, it's to prevent crossfire, but let's say that we had someone held up in this building right here. These 3 would be shooting and be bang, and then this guy over here would be bang in about 2 seconds, and then another 2 seconds. This one would fire off. They're doing the same thing on the other side.
You're talking about
And you're
time to reload is what you're talking about.
Yes, sir.
That's exactly why I use a revolver instead. You don't need time to reload.
Yeah, I thought about that, but I actually want those 2 seconds in between. Now, if you're inside that building, held up, waiting on us, you're not going to be able to get a shot off because of the rounds that are coming at you consistently.
Right.
And it's in a balanced manner. The only way you can go is back up towards that hill. You're going to have to go to the backside of that house and run out that way. But at that time, once they do, you shift your fire. Like I'd shift my fire this direction. That team over there would shift their fire that direction.
Now, when we were in the Civil War, we didn't have the liberty of spending so many rounds like that. I was about 15 at the time, and whatever pellets you had in your pocket is what you had to use. So you're talking about firing something like 80 rounds for one man, and all you need is a good 6-shooter and a good angle. Now, I'm not saying your plan isn't going to work. I think it's excellent to train your lawmen in some kind of disciplined shooting, but I will say that one revolver can go a long way. But I had a question for you about the laws in Durango County and sniping. Now, let's say you and someone who you were at odds with had a conversation, and it came down to shooting one another. Now, what happens if your friend was up on that cliffside over there and had a clean shot on your enemy? Would they be allowed to shoot?
I think the only way you're going to get away with that one is the 2-minute conversation that you and I have to have before any guns are drawn. Right?
Right.
You might want to mention that I'm not alone.
If I say that I have a man with a rifle at an undisclosed location covering me, that's good enough.
I'm going to say so. I wouldn't consider that now. I'm saying myself, I do not consider that. I'm not a judge now, but I don't consider that sniping.
I had one more question for you before turning in, because Mindy and I had a long day. I just wanted to make sure I understand all the rules of the county, because I know county from county differs. Now, let's say I'm on a bounty, and we have a criminal out there of some offense. And if a lawman himself gives me a warrant to enter the premises of the suspect to obtain evidence, or the suspect him or herself, would I be allowed to breach a door in order to do so, should I have the warrant that specifically states I may do so?
Yeah, any lawman that gives you a warrant, that's one thing, but if they give you orders to breach somebody's home and you feel like you know, monkey's being put on your back, have them put on that documentation your name. Like, I'm giving you permission.
Understood.
Because that's going to fall on the lawman.
Understood.
You were basically directed by him to breach that home. And I think that'll cover you.
Good to know. Well, you know, it's been an honor to have you come up here and have a look at our homestead, and it's been a pleasure to hear your kind words about what you've been doing here. I really do hope you find your way safe back down to Durango. We're going to turn in. It's been a pleasure as always.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on you. We'll yeah, I'm kind of curious to see what you build here, and when you get it all up and going, I'd love to come by and have a drink.
It was nice to meet you all again. Y'all please have a safe trip home.
Smith,
yeah,
Aubrey,
absolutely.
Ride safe.
All right, y'all have a good night.
You too.
See you around.
See you around.
You got anything else you want to get while you're up here?